you just touched on it a little bit. What are some of y'all's influences?
Fireworks. So much fireworks.
Well, I mean, really growing up, I mean, like his number one would be like Ace Enders.
Oh yeah, early November. You know,
You?
Jimmy Eat World.
Man, your dad grew up in the '80s, like metalhead.
My,
So.
Yeah.
my dad's big into like Iron Maiden and like Judas Priest. So I mean that's where I first started. But I mean, as a kid and like going up through middle school, I definitely beat Jimmy Eat World and Blink and Green Day and Coheed and Cambria is probably one of my favorite bands, I'd have to say. But I'm also big in like hardcore, you know, Have Heart and Ghost Inside, melodic stuff of hardcore. I mean, I love everything. I mean, Notorious B.I.G.
Seriously,
we listen to Biggie.
We bump Biggie
I mean,
on every tour.
I listen to everything, and but I'd say like as far as Storm the Bay goes and like what we do with this band, it would definitely be bands like Jimmy Eat World and Transit and Newfound Glory. You know, more positive.
Newfound Glory.
Oh,
Yeah.
one of my favorite bands of all time.
I'm the odd man out in the band in that I grew up in radio rock, and all these guys kind of despise everything that I like. So I own every Creed album. I do. I own every Stained album.
No shit.
I own a few.
Have you
of the
ever seen
early-
Stained live?
Yeah,
They're a lot better
incredible.
live.
Yeah,
They're
they-
really
yeah.
live.
They're good. But I mean, say what you will about the new metal scene, but bands, when you heard their CD and you went to see them, they were just as good live as you heard them on the album. They didn't need any, auto-tune
Samples.
rigs or samples or anything. Like, they got up there and they played music. And I mean, obviously trends go, but I really respected the showmanship of those guys, yeah.
Can I pour it in my cup?
Yeah, man. We're in the
Middle of an interview.
The thirst is the worst.
So yeah, a lot of radio rock. I don't know, newer stuff. Jeez, who do I really listen to right now? City and Color, dude. Dallas Green's probably my number one.
Oh, yeah.
Cause I'm into like acoustic folk stuff, so he's probably my number one influence. Even though I don't know if you could really hear it in the band.
Classic Crime.
Classic Crime, Cartel.
I mean, Dallas Green, Alexis on Fire is definitely
Yeah.
big with me. I love.
So yeah, as you can tell, like we like
Lots
yeah.
of influences.
I mean,
I listen to country
I could stay on
sometimes.
this. I could stay
Nicki
on this.
Minaj.
Yeah,
Kesha.
Kesha.
Kesha's a big
Yeah.
one. Janet Jackson.
Next question.
Tell us a little about the current tour.
Oh,
It's been great. I think.
Hot. Humid.
us northern boys aren't used to the southern heat and humidity.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, every show has been better than we expected.
Oh, yeah.
Every single show. The van's held in one piece. I don't know how.
Me either.
Lord willing, it keeps going.
That's always a miracle.
Yeah, I
We
know.
got hooked up with Disney passes the day after Labor Day. The longest wait on a ride we had was 10 minutes, dude. We crushed it. We were just walking in and hopping on like Splash Mountain and Space Mountain.
We
It
did
was crazy.
We did 3 parks in one day. Just
Yeah,
But,
like
like,
13
we wasted
hours.
no
But,
time.
like,
You running out of space on your card there, man? Good. But yeah, tours so far so good. I mean, nobody's gotten in fist fights. And I mean, it's a
complain.
big deal. You got
Not yet.
6 dudes living in a van for 24 days. It's probably a pretty big deal that nobody's fighting yet. So
Definitely.
far so good, I would say.
It's been fun.
Yeah.
So tell us about who's this Dan K and why are you looking for him?
Dan K is a very good friend of ours.
Best friend, I'd say.
Yeah, very best friend. He knows how to mellow you out.
Yeah, man, right in the most stressful situations, he comes along, he's like, guys, just chill and
Relax.
just have a good time together. He makes everything a little bit more
The all-knowing, yeah.
The all-knowing.
good friend of ours. Our drummer doesn't really like him that much, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
But,
they don't get along too well.
but like they're acquaintances, and like he'll hang when we're hanging out with Dan. He just doesn't.
He just doesn't like to really talk with them. Or,
Yeah.
He recognizes that he's there, but.
It's a good dude.
And sometimes Dan, he goes away for a little bit and can't find him.
And then we have to let people know, hey,
We're looking
tell
for
Dan K we're looking for him.
You've seen this
You know what I'm
man.
saying? So, and we find him. Usually we find him. Usually ask the sound guy, and he usually knows where Dan K is for some reason. So, and that's
Dan.
just a good friend of ours. That's all.
Good story.
The first EP, every song name was like an inside joke, and we realized for the second one we're like, maybe we shouldn't do that because people are like, my downstairs mix-up. Like,
What does that even
I mean, that's an
mean?
old Greg reference, but some people were just thought we were. being
Or yeah,
weird.
like dogs and like Caravan's better. It's a Snatch reference that like no one really gets. They just think it's the
There's always that one person, though.
Oh, yeah,
Always
yeah,
that
yeah.
one person. It's like, that's
Yeah!
Yeah.
Snatch!
So that's it.
So what can we expect from you guys in the near future?
Well, we're trying. Well, our goal is a full length by the end of the winter.
That's our goal.
Or at least to start it.
and we were trying to. I mean, we're going out probably 2 weeks in November. We'll probably try to write in December, January. I know we're probably looking at something late winter, probably a long one then. But I don't know. We were just talking about it. So yeah, a full length. We're hoping that we keep gaining momentum, and if we get a full length album out, maybe we'll get some support to try to get us further out. So
Yeah, we need to go. We need definitely a big goal of ours is to get across the borders. In Canada, Europe, Australia,
Mexico, South Africa.
everywhere.
Dude, if we did oh man, I want to do a world tour so bad.
You seen the No
Baby
Effects World
steps.
Tour DVD?
No.
They play an awesome show in South Africa.
Really?
They're all upset because there's no black people there. It's all white South Africans.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, our buddies Such Gold, they did a full world tour like a year ago, and
Oh, wow.
that must have been just the coolest thing.
Yeah,
I've been meaning to see them forever.
Yeah.
they're sick live.
Those dudes. So.
So, Glacial, I guess Melcher want to talk about. I got a funny question to end on. Want to plug anything real quick?
Go Bills.
Go Bills.
We should plug Josh's studio because he worked really hard on that album.
Yeah.
And I mean,
It's a great place to
so
record.
it's SNS Studios.
Auburn, New York. It's outside of Syracuse. Good rates, good people. Him and a guy named Gabe run it and do all the recording and mixing there, and they're really good. We got good equipment. More important, they have good ears, which
Yeah. Well, I mean,
is
you-
a very good quality to have for a producer.
Yeah. I mean, if you think our EP sucks, then don't go there because that's where we did it. Who else should we plug? Oh, Timmy Bennett, dude.
Tim Bennett.
We've got a tour manager. His name's Tim Bennett, and he sits behind the scenes. And he's the guy. He runs our merch tables. He's the guy that's like, yo, we gotta get up, we gotta go, we have to get to this show. And if it wasn't for him, we probably would miss half our dates, and we'd probably be dead somewhere.
Yeah.
Timmy Bennett, yeah. Can't
Bennett.
tell you how grateful we are for this guy. Just a lifesaver.
Love you, Tim.
How sweet.
I think that's it, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'd like to end things on a light note. So, if you could play with any band that's no longer together, who would it be?
Biggie Smalls.
Oh man, Biggie Smalls. I don't know if we would really fit the demographic for that.
I would have to
tour.
say they just recently disbanded, but Thursday would definitely be a cool band to play
Yeah,
with.
Yeah, I forgot that broke up.
Yeah.
I would say the early November, but they're back together.
like,
Man, I could sit here for 20 minutes thinking about a band that I would like to. Alexis on Fire.
That.
oh yeah, they just
They're,
recently.
yeah.
They're
on
doing like their
farewell
last
tour.
last run right now.
Yeah. But they're done. I mean, I don't know. There's so many. I think there's so many good bands. Scary Kids would have been a cool band to tour with.
Oh, I used to love them.
Scary Kids, definitely.
So, I don't know. I'm sure there's much better answers. I can't think of any right now. Is Kesha still doing music? Because if she's not, she's one that I would like to.
I would
tour.
absolutely.
Is her
tour
15
with
minutes over yet?
Oh, I sure hope so, man.
Seriously. That's gonna come back and bite us. So.
We're gonna get an angry letter from Kesha's management.
Yeah.
No, that's very rude of me to say. That's me.
That's about it.
We're storming the
It's a
bay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Gracias. Gracias.
You can cut it.